Chapter 12. I wait for the girls on the curb, anticipation brewing within me until a taxi halts beside me. Zelda emerges from the vehicle, settling the fare with the driver before I assist her in retrieving her belongings from the trunk. I never knew this place existed, she remarks, gazing up at the imposing hotel. Kinda creepy, it looks haunted, she adds with a hint of amusement, eliciting a chuckle from me. Anyway, I'm thrilled to see you again. I've been so excited I barely slept a wink last night. She envelopes me in a warm embrace. Yep, that's everything, our life in a bag. Pathetic, isn't it? Zelda remarks with a hint of self-deprecation. Nah, see that piece of scrap metal? I gesture toward my dilapidated wagon. She nods in acknowledgement. That was home sweet home, I jest, and she laughs. But seriously, as for baby stuff, don't even worry about it. Carmela went on a shopping spree. The room is packed with everything baby. So much so, we may have to sleep outside to fit it all in the room, I inform her. What? Really? How long have you known Carmela? She asks, her curiosity piqued. Met her the day before yesterday. She's lovely. I've never met anyone like her before, I share with Zelda, who smiles in response just as a green Daihatsu charade pulls up next to us, honking its horn a few times. Thanks, bro, Margaret says, playfully punching her brother's shoulder before climbing out of the vehicle and giving the roof a light tap. Hi, girls, her brother calls out, and we both wave to the unfamiliar face behind the wheel. Back off, Chris. Stop hitting on my friends. They aren't interested. Margaret scolds her brother, shooting him a stern look and a middle finger as he laughs and drives off down the road. I apologize for his behavior. He's quite untrustworthy, so it's best to keep your distance from him unless you're looking for more trouble, Margaret chuckles, shaking her head. Noted, I reply, and she quickly embraces us. She seems eager to get started, though her idea of work clothes consists of short shorts and a cut-off shirt revealing her belly button. At least her hair is pulled into a bun. Borrowed the boots from my brother, she mentions, sticking her foot out to show us. He's a handyman, she explains, noticing both of us eyeing the tool belt around her hips. So this is it, huh? Damn, this place is a dump, Margaret remarks as we stand in the parking lot, gazing up at the building. The structure seems solid enough, but Margaret's assessment is accurate. It's definitely seen better days. So, you girls interested in helping me clean this dump? Carmela's voice startles us from behind, causing us to jump. Holy crap, you scared me. It, has potential, Margaret responds nervously. For a dump? Carmela queries, a playful smile dancing on her lips. I didn't mean, Margaret starts to say, but Carmela waves her off. This place is a real dump. I might be getting older, but I'm not blind yet. I'm pretty sure if anyone jumped into that pool over there, they wouldn't come out again. The water probably has some nuclear properties. That might even explain that foul smell, she says thoughtfully before shrugging. Are you all up for the job? I'll make sure to pay on time, and if there's anything this place needs, just let me know and I'll do my best to order it. However, there is a catch, she adds. They both nod in agreement. What's the catch? Zelda asks, curious. We're completely on our own out here. I haven't had any electrician, handyman, or even a plumber out here in over 10 years. My mate ruined that for me. So, if you girls have any friends who are good with that stuff, let me know. If not, we'll figure it out ourselves, Carmela explains. It's going to be tough trying to source help, an electrician being the main concern because I don't fancy being electrocuted. Handyman. My brother, that's where I got the tool belt and tools. Electrician. No idea, Margaret admits with a shrug. I may be able to help with that, Zelda offers, and we all turn to her. She looks sheepish, almost apologetic. My daughter's father happens to be an electrician. He's a real jerk ever since he found his new partner and doesn't want her to know he already has a child. So, I'll threaten to tell her. He either helps when I ask or finds someone else who will. Chances are he'll probably find someone else, but I know he'll do it, Zelda says, determination returning to her face. I like you already. You tell him, darlin', Carmela says with a grin, showing her approval of Zelda's approach. So that leaves plumbing, which we'll figure out, I guess. I suggest to everyone, and they all nod in agreement. So, what do you want to do first? Margaret inquires. We prioritize fixing up the girls' room to make it livable first, and then we'll tackle the other rooms, one at a time, listing everything we do as we go along. Carmela suggests, laying out the plan, which we all agree upon. We head up to the room while Carmela takes the kids to her studio so we can focus on the job at hand. All belongings we're keeping get stacked in the bathroom, then we toss the old furniture over the balcony into the dumpster Carmela set up for renovations. After clearing that, we grab the cleaning supplies. Armed and ready, we begin tearing up the carpet. Hey, Val, Margaret calls over the balcony. Carmela must have answered because she starts talking again. Have all these rooms got floorboards under the carpet? I was expecting concrete. Yeah, why? Carmela responds. I look down at the exposed floorboards, all in perfect condition. They just need a good clean and polish. This discovery is a pleasant surprise, suggesting that the renovation process might be smoother than anticipated. I don't think we should recarpet because the floorboards in this room are in good condition. If the rest are even half as good, we'll save a fortune by sanding them back and staining them. And if they're similar to this room, they'll only need a polish. Margaret suggests, offering a cost-saving idea. Rightio, we'll check the others later and see what rooms can be salvaged. Carmela agrees. We complete removing the foul-smelling carpet and discard it into the dumpster. Together, we haul the beds and mattresses up when the truck arrives, and the remainder of the day is dedicated to scrubbing the room from floor to ceiling. Carmela ensures we're nourished with drinks and sandwiches at lunchtime. Her commitment to keeping us fed throughout the day leaves us all feeling full. By the end of the day, we collapse on the couch in her studio, exhausted but content with our accomplishments. So, how many rooms are there? Margaret asks, breaking the silence with a practical question. I realize I don't know either. I haven't even walked around the building yet, and Carmela said there are units out the back as well as a functions room. I feel a pang of nervousness. It took us an entire day to clean and fix just one double room. Good question, Carmela replies, her brow furrowing in thought. There are 28 rooms in total, including 6 units with 2 bedrooms each, along with the restaurant and function hall. There's also a rear garden, though I haven't ventured out there in 3 or 4 years, so who knows what's back there now. It's probably a jungle. Additionally, there's the pool area, laundry room, game room, play center downstairs, and a bar. Ack, this is going to kill us, Margaret says, pulling some underlay from the carpet out of her hair. She checks her phone and lets out a sigh. My brother is here to pick me up. I'll see you both tomorrow. I think early start? That sun was a killer today. 6 a.m. too early? Carmela asks, and Margaret shakes her head. Nope, perfect. See you all tomorrow, Margaret says, walking out and giving us a wave before disappearing into the evening. Bye, I call out after Margaret, watching her departure with a mix of exhaustion and apprehension. Despite our victory for the day, I can't shake off the feeling of being overwhelmed. This is an impossible job, so much needs doing, but I just have to remind myself, one room at a time. Otherwise, it will be completely overwhelming. No wonder Carmela couldn't do it on her own. It's too much for 20 people, and there are only 4 of us and 2 babies. I sigh, feeling the weight of the task ahead settling on my shoulders. Carmela abruptly grabs the TV remote from the coffee table, increasing the volume. It's a routine for her to have the nightly news on, but I quickly discern what has captured her interest. Alpha Brian is featured once more. A video begins to play, and my heart leaps into my throat as I recognize the person Alpha Brian appears to be arguing with. It's my father. Both of them are shouting at each other in a club, and my father takes a swing at him. His punch narrowly misses as Alpha Brian dodges, laughing. Suddenly, my father shifts, and the recording abruptly cuts off. The news anchor announces they can't continue showing the video due to potential distress for some viewers. The news then delves into the long-standing rivalry between my father and the Blood Alpha. Carmela looks over at me nervously, likely sensing the tension in the air. When are they going to get over themselves? Every week one of them is on the news, and quite frankly, I couldn't care less who the blood alpha is dating or who's shit on whose turf, Zelda says, shaking her head in frustration. That is not the mental image I wanted in my head. I chuckle weakly, trying to lighten the mood. It's been going on for years. Maybe one day, they'll both grow up before they lose everything for good, Carmela states solemnly, her words carrying a weight of resignation. I nod in agreement, feeling the weight of the ongoing conflict. Zelda, entirely oblivious to my connection with both alphas, sighs in exasperation. No wonder the city is doomed with those morons running the place. Couldn't have said it better myself, Carmela says, nodding in approval of Zelda's sentiment. The room falls into a somber silence, the weight of the city's political turmoil hanging heavily in the air.